The aftermath of the attack on the Heaton Park Synagogue in Manchester. Police have confirmed new and deeply troubling details about the events that unfolded there. Our correspondent has been following the latest. The shocking update from Greater Manchester Police is that one of the victims killed in yesterday's attack was not struck by the attacker, but by police gunfire during the attempt to stop him. Police say a Home Office pathologist has provisionally determined that one of the deceased suffered a fatal gunshot wound. Since the attacker, named as 27-year-old Jihad al-Shami, was not carrying a firearm, the shots could only have come from armed officers at the scene. This means that in the frantic attempt to stop the attacker from entering the synagogue, one of the innocent victims tragically lost their life to police bullets, what GMP describes as an unforeseen consequence of a very rapid armed response. We're also told that one of the 3 people still being treated in hospital also suffered a gunshot wound, though thankfully, it is not life-threatening. Both victims are thought to have been standing together just inside the synagogue doors, where worshippers were trying to prevent the attacker from gaining entry. The 2 men who died in this incident have now been named, 53-year-old Adrian Dolby and 66-year-old Melvin Travis. Their families are being supported as the community comes to terms with this devastating news.
The attacker himself was stopped after a burst of gunfire from at least 2 armed officers. Witnesses described how he was initially brought to the ground, tried to rise again, and was then stopped by a second volley of shots. Police say the entire incident lasted just 7 minutes. A very fast response, but one with consequences that are now under forensic investigation. As part of the ongoing counter-terrorism inquiry, officers carried out searches at properties in North Manchester and in Prestwich. 3 people have been arrested, 2 men in their 30s and a woman in her 60s, all held on suspicion of terrorism offenses. Meanwhile, political leaders have been visiting the scene. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer and his wife Lady Victoria, who is herself Jewish, attended the synagogue this morning to meet police officers and community leaders. The Prime Minister chaired an emergency COBRA meeting last night after cutting short a security summit in Denmark, and pledged that the UK would put its arms around the Jewish community. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood has also spoken, urging British Jews not to feel forced into leading a smaller Jewish life as a result of this attack. But Jewish leaders here tell us that the need for heavy security at synagogues, schools, and community centers has sadly become what they call the normalization of anti-Semitism in the UK. They stress that children in Jewish schools should not have to walk past armed guards every morning, but for now, they accept that stronger protections are necessary.
So, a community in grief, shaken not just by a violent attacker but now by the revelation that one of the victims was accidentally killed by police bullets. The investigation into exactly how that happened will be critical, but for the families and the Jewish community here in Manchester, the pain is already immeasurable.